The NLC sent a delegation to Imo, headed by Comrade Nasru, the current Kebbi State Governor, to reach some understanding with the governor there. And on the basis of that, he vacated the secretariat of the NLC, but before then, nothing is there now. He destroyed all seats, all computers, every document there, including photographs, files, documents, belonging to NLC, were destroyed by talks sent by Hope Uzodema. The secretariat was constructed and donated to the NLC by Roger Sokocha, his predecessor, but he destroyed it. After vacating the office, we continued to engage him. He signed an agreement, with the NLC delegation led by Comrade Nasru, current Kebbi State Governor, Comrade Mubaja, Williams, Biobele, and I think TUC General Secretary late Lawa. And that agreement up to date has not been implemented. I wasn't the NLC president then. It wasn't politics. My predecessor was not playing politics by asking that the workers he described as those workers he paid. That was the situation. And when I emerged, we were here to even review these issues when the governor now attacked workers during the state delegates conference of NLC. The state delegates conference of NLC takes place in all the states of the federation in the country, including FCT. It was only in Imo that the governor, after the Commissioner of Information called me to tell me that they don't want a candidate in that contest. And I explained to him that we don't put people out whose union has sponsored, that if they have a candidate, they should keep on supporting their candidate. But we can't tell people not to contest because the governor prefers the other candidate. Governor sent talks that day, they disrupted the election. I called them to continue with the election. They continued and he sent policemen to disperse them, who appointed caretaker committee and responded. Some people who call themselves elders asked for 2 weeks to resolve the matter. I appealed to the neck of the NLC that people, these are from my state, they say the elders need 2 weeks, and that they say they have discussed with the governor. In 2 weeks they will address this matter. That 2 weeks went into, I think, almost 40 weeks now. The so-called elders have not said a word. We behave as if it's business as usual. On May 1st, when the workers gathered again for May Day, the governor sent talks again. They withdrew all police and civil defense people that were brought there and attacked the workers. Many of them were hospitalized. This time around, it was equally not politics. It was not equally not that the workers were campaigning for anybody. Still on the issue of ghost workers and those he has not paid for 3-4 years. Now after that, the NLC met severally and asked us to give him another 14 days since there was an agreement reached after that action. And in the agreement, the governor was specifically asking for the draft and was using his hand to cancel them. At the end of the day, I said, let it go, since that is what he wants. Between that May till now, the governor didn't say a word, no meeting, nothing. And when we sent him a letter issuing another 14-day ultimatum, he approached the court. And part of the affidavit he swore was that it was because he has been so busy. That is why he has not, implemented the agreement. But at the end of the day, he didn't get any restraining order before we started going. There's nobody in this country, the security agencies, that didn't know we were going to Imo. We wrote them. We wrote the DSS, we wrote the police, we wrote everybody. And then when we got there, the event started unfolding. We addressed the workers and told some of them that came that Sunday with complaints that they have not paid them for years. And we said that will happen tomorrow. Ask all the people they were owing to come out, since the governor was saying he has paid everybody, so that we can assemble them for the governor to see the thousands of people, assuming he was not aware. It was in the event of doing that the following day that we got a report that workers that arrived as early as 7 a.m. were beaten up, their properties, their belongings, their phones seized. Some of them with broken eyes. It was because of that around 9 that I went there with the assistance of about 20 security personnel. I was in the secretariat of the NLC and called some journalists to join, and then some of the officials of the NLC, so that we can address the press on the situation in Imo. It was then that the police led other people, those uniform, mufti, and they came and we drew about 20 security personnel that were there, we cried to, guiding us. And then the policeman arrested me and handed me over to talk. One of his small, I don't know whether that one is sergeant or inspector, said, "Okay, why don't you take him? Don't hand him over to these people." He shouted on the sergeant also and said, "Come on, shut up." And that was how they dragged me on the floor, took me to this bus Imo, and about 7 people. I can't explain the beating, but they tied my nose, tied my eyes, tied everywhere, and they were hitting me with all manner of documents. And they were asking me why I was challenging hope, that I should say my last prayer, and that they were taking me to call it Njuaba River.